lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back to throw here. Open here, Adam Thielen. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Check.
And an alley to run. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 52. Check 52.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 4, check 4. Mike 50. Here we go, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
General West.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Zoo, go. You kill it, motion me out.
Now back to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the set. Right there. Hey, exit. You gotta get the stop here. Get up. 55. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Shoot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Ready up. 54, right there. 54 miles. Hey, echo. Now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down. Set, ready? 60 or. 5. 55. Check. 5.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll rifle this. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
54, right there, 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
Quarterback is sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, box truck.
10-10 our score after one on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go! Ready?
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First down. and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot up, shoot up. Let it go.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check safety, check safety.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Ready. 50, plant. Ready, shoot.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Hey, Alpha. Now.
2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, Charlie. Yep. Hey, let's get some penetration here. We're getting some penetration.
He'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Let's go.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
No. Off. Rush in.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Set,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Cook with a grab.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Muhammad. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come.
Back to throw here. He's got his man sharp, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Muhammad. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Watch the slat. Check 52. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
2nd and 2. And this will be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Mike 50. I got you, son. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Mike's 50. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Shift.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Nice pick.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating, because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tajay Sharp, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check three.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The open man is Smith. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and long. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Minnesota, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to